Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is Friday, July 21st, 2023, if you can even believe that. And good afternoon to Paper, Pencil, and Bird in Germany. Yes, so let me know in the chat where you're coming in from this morning. It's so good to be here. I had intended to be here last Friday. You may have seen on my community page. I ended up having what I'm assuming I don't have them often. Was a migraine for about 2.5 days. And I woke up and did not feel good and did not think I could stand here for an hour. So, yeah, I took the day off, but I'm so happy to be here today. It is cool here in Kansas, if you can believe it. The high is supposed to be 77 today. I don't even know what's going on. It's giving me the fall vibes because it's cool and rainy. And that's not good because I know that we have lots of summer left. Good morning. It's so good to see so many of you here this morning. Kathleen from Columbus, sweltering Arizona, Crafts and True Crime Tracy. I love your handle, by the way. Hot and humid in North Carolina. That's what it's been here. I took the dogs for a walk yesterday morning. And I went early on purpose because they just have way too much hair. And I don't want them to get hot. And I was drenched. I took them and I brought them back and then I finished by myself because it was too hot. Too humid, first thing. Because it was cool, but cool here too in Oklahoma, Karen says, yay. Hello, everybody. Deborah is from Huntington Beach, California. Sandy also in California, having lots of heat, over 100, yes. Let's see. Beautiful day in Wisconsin today, Jenna said. That's awesome. Nanette's coming in from Franklin and Tiffany from Fairfield, Ohio. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see all of you today. Lori from Canada, yay! Well, I'm excited. So we are going to do what I planned to do last Friday. Today, I'm really excited. It's Spellbinders layering stencils, and I've got some fun ideas for them. So I have some prepped, but then I'm also going to kind of like finish them on camera, and you'll see why. And then we're going to do one from start to finish. We'll start with that one because there's going to be a little dry time for some Hero Arts wax. And so hopefully we'll get all of those. I'm going to do all the Christmas stencils. We're continuing with our Christmas in July series, just for fun. And you can take these ideas with really probably any of those layering type stencils. I just thought it would be fun to showcase these and maybe show not only how to make a card with them, but also how to make, you guys probably have guessed it, a tag, because I love Christmas tags. If you are just coming in, please remember to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. In order to chat, you do have to be a subscriber. So if you want to join in our fun Friday chat, definitely subscribe. I think it takes about 5 minutes for that to populate. I don't know what it's called. And then you can chat with us the whole hour or hour and a half. I don't know, however long it takes. And I feel like I was going to say something else. I don't think so. Next Friday, there is going to be a new Simon Says stamp release, and I will have a video Thursday and Friday. However, I do think that next Friday's video is also going to be Christmas in July. I have scheduled to do the Spellbinders wax seals in real time. I did a edited video, and I have heard from a lot of you want to see it in real time. So I have some fun ideas for Christmas, and I thought I would just do that completely in real time on camera. So join me if you want to see how that works. They are not brittle at all. It is so addicting and so fun. I did not think I would love it this much, but I absolutely do. Oh, thank you, Handmade Not Hallmark. She says my cards are cute. I am having a good day so far. So far, so good. It's been a great week. Before we roll into today's project, a couple things I want to talk about. I'll start with this first. So if you are a cross stitcher, you've seen this, but I want to talk about it again because it doesn't have to be cross stitch related. Tim Holtz's new Halloween ideology is in stock at Simon Says Stamp. I did put a link down in the links and mentions section in the video description here. And it is always highly anticipated, same as his Christmas, any of his releases like that. And I know he will have a live stream coming on a Saturday. And forgive me, I cannot remember which Saturday that's scheduled for. But I did a project with a lot of similar product, like he repackages it or the company repackages it each year for how they want to release it. So sometimes things are discontinued or whatever, or they group different things together, which I've noticed this year they grouped like the skulls and the bones together, or I feel like the gravestones and the broom and maybe a cauldron together, when a lot of those were individual before. So it's a great time to pick up your favorites. And if you love creating 3D style projects, that's what I like to use that stuff for, and I use it for cross stitch. I want to show you this, and yes, I do have a cross stitch project on it, but if you don't follow me for cross stitch, take that off and imagine this. He also has, I cannot think of the name, the chipboard windows and things that he has a whole new package of those. You could create something similar without cross stitch. So this is a haunted house. This is a wood board that I spray painted with texture spray and sanded and then sprayed again. This is from my friend. She has an Etsy shop. It's 141 Design. I do have a link to it down in the description below. But this is Tim Holt's embellishment on here. So if you took the cross stitch off, you could put Tim's chipboard windows in here. You could build a whole vignette and build a haunted house and make your own decoration. So for anyone who's not into stitching, I wanted to mention that because I think it would be super fun. This is the perfect size. It's very easy to make. Here's what it comes like. It comes this kind of wood. It's several pieces because you do glue these little roofs here, and then you stick it into the base. It just fits down in here. But you could totally build your own little vignette, and I just wanted to share that for fun. And I do want to mention, Tim's letters are not in stock. I think these came out, I want to say 2016 or 17, and I think they've discontinued those. So I know I've had them forever. We're craft hoarders, right? But I wanted to mention this. Thank you, Shari. It's his surfaces, the windows. Wouldn't that be cute to build like your own haunted house? I just thought it would be really, really fun. So I wanted to make mention of that today in case you want to pick up some of the Halloween things, because they do sell out and then they really aren't restocked, because the next thing we'll see is his Christmas. Penny says, dying to see your wax seal projects. Having a hard time not buying everything. So addicting. It is so addicting. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the Simon Says Stamp August card kit is here. I am so dumb. At like 9 p.m. last night, I was just making sure that stuff was ready for today at my computer. And I realized I forgot to make my video live that went up at 7 a.m. yesterday morning. So I made it live, but it's a little late. These are 2 super quick and easy cards that I made with the August card kit using pattern paper, the Desert Storm cardstock, and then I used Tim's new Distress. Well, I used some of Tim's new Distress glazes, and then I used some other colors that I had to emboss right on the pattern paper. Quick, easy. Card kits are fantastic if you want to limit the amount of supplies that you're using. It's great to just take a kit, take some inks and other things from your stash, and get to creating. Shari is right. She said Tim had a coffin box too, or he did, and it may not be current. I don't know if it's current, but I do remember that. And I feel like I looked for it last year and it was sold out. I need to look for it again because I think it would be fun to do a coffin box in something. Halloween rules. Shaman said yes. Oh, thank you so much, Ricky. That's so nice of you. It's a new top, so thank you very much for saying that. That's so sweet. Sandy says, I have those letters I've been saving, right? I have them too. I bought multiple packs when they came out and I've hoarded them. That's dumb. let's use our craft supplies, okay, everyone? Let's make a pact today. Let's use our craft supplies. Okay, guys, let's get to making some Christmas goodies, shall we? I know I just showed Halloween, but let's do Christmas. Handmade Not Hallmark, looking forward to getting started on Halloween and fall cards. I can't wait to see some of the new goodies. Oh, I know. I am so excited. I love this time of the year. They Call Me Martha says, I love Simon's card kits. That's awesome. Yay. Okay. Barbara says she believes that the live is August 12th, every Saturday. Yes. So thank you so much for that. So if you're looking to see the amazing inspiration that the makers do and then he showcases in his lives, tune in. The idea, well, all of them are great, all of his lives, but the ideology ones, I'm always just completely fascinated by the 3D art since, you know, I'm a paper crafter for the most part. I like delving into some 3D every once in a while, but I always am just like, oh my gosh, I want to make that. Oh my gosh, I want to make that. So yes, definitely tune in for that. All right, let me make sure yeah, I thought so. I scrolled. Let's see. Use what we have, but just have to have all the new things. Yes, but I hope it does. My goal is always to just encourage you to use what you have. So if you don't have the exact product, hopefully it just inspires you to use what you have. My favorite things are when you guys like post and tag me and say, I was inspired. I don't have the exact product, but I was inspired to do this. I love that. That is what crafting is that hopefully that you see stuff and you are so inspired that you go and you see what you have and what you can make with what you have already. Hello, Shay. Hi, Kelly. Erica's working on a fall card right now. That is so awesome. Krista says it's so fun to hoard our craft supplies, and then when you go looking for something and see it, it's like Christmas all over again. I always find when I reorganize, I'm like, what was I holding onto this for? Let's use it. Let's use it right now. But you're right. It is like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had that. Okay, I'm going to flip this around, and I'm also going to do a little overlay so we can see, hello, so we can see me up in the corner. If you have questions while I'm going through and creating, if you put my name or question in bold, that generally helps it pop out at me a little better. I got my glasses on, so hopefully I can see it. And just ask along the way. I always try to leave a little time at the end as well. So if you have any questions or, you know, want to talk about stuff, we can do that then too. Danielle says she worked on Christmas cards all July. So next month she can work on other things and still be ready for the holidays. That's amazing. Okay, so I am going to work on some Desert Storm cardstock today. And I did do a couple of the samples. There's actually 3 different layering stencil sets. They do come numbered. Where is the number? Oh, here it is. So it does kind of, let me tilt it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. They come numbered, so it does help let you know what to use in what order. So first, we are going to work on our backgrounds, and then we're going to talk about taking them from a card into, or some as a card, some as a tag. Now, apparently when I prepped this, and keep in mind, a lot of this was prepped a while ago, a week ago to be exact. I thought I had left this particular one with the gold step outs, and I didn't. So we're going to have to do that again because, oops, guess I was having so much fun adding my paste that I didn't realize it. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to work with the first set. This is the Merry Christmas set first. Ricky says, sorry if you answered this already, but what is your downward facing camera? It is my Canon camera, video camera. It is the, of course, no, I didn't answer this. I'm happy to. Hold on. It's the Vixia HF G60. Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer's letting me know you asked that, and I'm sorry that I missed it. Thank you, Lori. Shari has a fantastic point about the wood letters from my Halloween finish. It's sad that the letters are no longer available, but if you can probably make your own with small wood blocks and die cut letters, Shari, that is genius. I wish that I looked a little bit last night because I was just curious. Oh, and I need to turn off my overhead light. I'm so sorry. I was a little curious if there was a product that could make something similar, and I didn't see anything. So yeah, that's a great, great idea. All right. So this is the Merry Christmas set. I'm going to just move these to the side for just a second while we work on our stenciling, and then we'll work on one of the other ones. So there is the Noel set, Merry Christmas, and Joy. And what is awesome is these are super easy. The camera is showing, yeah, I noticed that. It's because of where my, it's where my computer is. That's why it was showing a little bit. And you may just have a little of that. I don't have tons of space. You still see me. All right. So I'm going to zoom in. That's what I was going to do. I'm going to take the first stencil. I have some Simon Says Stamp inks here. For my greenery, I'm using Sage and Pine. And for the, I'm going pretty traditional. For the red, I'm doing Cherry. You could do these in all kinds of awesome colors. You're welcome, Ricky. Let me see. I'm going to grab, I'm just going to use some small blending brushes here today. And we are going to start with stencil 1 and do a little bit of the Sage. And it's easy. Layering stencils for life. They make everything look amazing. That's my philosophy anyway. Let's see. And hopefully I am out of the way. If my little picture-in-picture is ever in the way of what I'm doing, holler at me, okay? I know you can't really holler, but... Handmade Not Hallmark says traditional is her favorite for Christmas. It's often my favorite too. I sometimes have to force myself to get out of that. I'm very much a traditional for most of my decor. So I tend to follow that a lot in my crafting, I think, because it matches my wrapping paper. So keep that in mind. If you like a certain wrapping paper or whatever, and if you're making tags, try to match your wrapping paper back to this. So maybe you do like red, white, and black. You could do something really fun with that too. White pigment ink would be awesome on this Desert Storm cardstock. These stencils line up really easy. That's always a big thing for me. And I love how inks look on craft for a completely different look. If you did this on white, it's going to just be a little bit brighter. Still would look amazing. I've been on a craft kick lately. You guys might have noticed. Yes, Jen says that she loves layering stencils. They make everybody look like an artist. 100%. I mean, look at that already. Isn't it pretty already? I love it. All right. We're going to move on to stencil 3. And I'm probably going to do all of these here on camera today because I do not mind having multiples. This is also, so if you like to mass produce, maybe you need to make a bunch of cards, or you want to make a bunch of tags or whatever it is, this is going to be, any of these would be fantastic for that because you're getting beautiful results and not tons and tons and tons of time. You probably wouldn't want to color like 50 cards. with markers or your other favorite coloring tools. I love Spellbinders too, Letty. Yes. And there is my pine ink on top. Isn't it pretty? Now, stencil. Now's where we're going to do a little, not stop necessarily, but we have 3 stencils left. Stencil 4 is the awesome little, I'm really hoping that, is this the way this one goes? Yeah. It's got little stars and dots. And I want to show you, I'll show you on this Christmas tree. This is the Joy set. I did this part of the stencil with gold wax from Hero Arts. So that is going to be the next part of the stencil, which is going to require dry time. You don't want dry time? Pick another color of ink. This is where maybe I think a white pigment ink would come in fantastic. Stencil 5 is going to be the first part of layering our Merry Christmas, and then it's the last part of our florals, which I am going to do in the berry color Hero Arts wax. So there is dry time between steps 4 and 5, but that's okay. I have my Hero Arts palette knife, well loved. Sandy says, do you need to re-ink often? I feel like mine are all a little dry, but have never done the re-inking. I have only re-inked Seafoam. I feel like maybe Seafoam and Surf. They were from the first release of inks, and otherwise I've not re-inked. I don't re-ink very often at all, and I use them a ton for inking, for stamping, all of the things. So what I love about this Hero Arts palette knife, it is my favorite. And these little notches in the corner just really help with alignment. What I love about this is it's got that little point to it. You don't need a ton of paste. In fact, I would say try not to get too much. You may have to dip in a little more often, but you don't want a lot of excess. We're just adding the color. Now, the great thing about Hero Arts wax is it dries pretty quick. And the thinner the layer you do, it's going to dry even quicker. So I am going to go all over my stencil. Now, something you do want to do is clean your stencil pretty quickly after any paste. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a stencil that's got gunk all over it. It may stain a little. My best hack for cleaning is I like to buy those inexpensive nail cleaning brushes so that when it's, when it's done for, I just replace it. But I put them in the sink and I just scrub them with that, and it generally takes off any, oops, oh man, did that shift? No. Takes off any of this residue. So when I'm done with the live today, I'll probably give it a better cleaning. I'm going to give it a quick wipe off here on camera. And I have a container of water. So for anything that I cannot clean up right away, since we're live, I will just dip in a container of water so that it stays, so it doesn't stick too bad. And there is, oh, here, let me hold it up. Look how pretty. I just love the touch of gold on here. I think it's so much fun. I don't know. That's a good question. Ricky says, is that stencil made so that you can stick the corners of the paper in the slits of the stencil? Seems like it would be great if you didn't want to tape it down. I don't know, but that is a great idea. Is this the same texture as lunar is it Luna or lunar paste? I don't actually have any, so I'm not sure. I have like this. I have the paper glitzer glazes from Picket Fence. I have some Gina K paste. I think they all work pretty much the same. The Hero Wax is a little different, but it's a wax-based paste. I don't know what the others are. So I'm sorry, I can't really tell you since I've not used the lunar paste, but I would imagine you could get very similar results with that. So I need to set that aside for just a second. We're going to let it dry, and we're going to work on the other ones. Yeah, we're just going to stick that in the water. And I'll clean that later. That's a later problem. As this layer overlaps the other inked areas, would it have to be done in paste to show up? No, absolutely not. If you look on the Spellbinders website, and I think even like Simon Says Stamp has the samples from Spellbinders website underneath the product, it shows samples all in ink. So no, absolutely. You could do it in any different color. And it should still show up. So let's go ahead and do the other one that's similar to this. This is the Noel background. Jennifer says she feels like the Hero Arts wax and lunar paste are very similar. She says that she thinks the lunar paste is creamier than the Hero Arts wax, but I do not know. Could you ink on the same embossing ink and use some gold embossing powder? 100% handmade, not Hallmark. Fantastic idea. So if you aren't a fan of paste, take your embossing ink, apply through your stencil and heat emboss with embossing powder. Fantastic. So yes. All right. Stencil 3, and you can tell I could probably use any number of the new sticky mats out, but why would I be smart and use any of those, like the stamp wheel? It's really not that. There's a good spot to hold in the center, so I'm just going back to my old reliable way of inking through my stencils, holding it down. Let's see. Linda says the Hero Arts wax is sold out on the Hero Arts website. We did use it in last weekend's Stamp Along. I know they sold a ton of it because we featured it pretty heavy. I did check Simon Says Stamp this morning, and it was in stock when I looked. I can't say it's still in stock, but you may check there. I have a link down in the description. And I think we all have our favorite pastes. I know that I definitely have gone through multiple, shall we say. And I think you should just always use what you like. That is my motto for everything. Like Tim always says, you know, you do you. So if you like a certain product more than another one, give it a try. It's just paper. Oh, yeah, the waffle flower extender, to try that out. That's a good idea, too. Gold pigment ink would also be great. Jennifer suggests. That's a great suggestion. So I feel like a couple of these backgrounds are pretty similar. Like this is really similar to, well, all of them have the same basic components. However, you know, they're made to fit the particular greeting. So I just thought I would show all of them today. But the tree is definitely a little bit different, and I will show you that cutie here in a minute. There we go. I love, the tree is probably my favorite. What's funny is it's not the one I reached for first, but I think it's my favorite. And I just am loving all the new Christmas stuff. So if you have been checking out the new Spellbinders Christmas, what are you loving? I'm going to give you guys a little heads up. I have been working with the Make Merry kit. It has a lot of pre-mades. There's also some dies and embossing folder and extras you can get with it. But I have a super, super fun, I mean, I've been working on this project for a couple weeks, so I'm really excited to get it out to you guys. That'll be next week. But I've made something really fun with that whole kit. Hello, Michelle from Maryland. Oh, the Gold Hero Arts paste is sold out. Okay. There's Hero paste that's gold. That would be awesome. There is the gold wax. Hold, please. I have Lawn Fawn gold paste. That also would be fantastic for this. If you like, and here's another fun idea. Let's say you don't have tons and tons of different colors of paste. If you, oh, I can do it right here. If you have opaque grip paste from Tim, or any white paste really, take some ink and apply it to this. Like if you have a re-inker, you can make your own colored paste to use for any of this. So if you want to add colored texture to your card, you can make your own color with a white as a base. So keep that in mind too. Or maybe you want to do silver. There's silver embossing pastes out there. Any color would do. And I am always sorry when I use something that is sold out. Do sign up to be notified. I know they will restock it. It's never my intention to do that. Yes, Neva says she likes the new waffle flower grip mats, but don't use alcohol ink markers on it if you like it to stay clean. And that's just the thing. It's going to stain. Any of those things are going to stain. My stamp wheel mat is stained. My grip mat is stained. I guess I don't care. And I've not used alcohol ink, but yes, alcohol ink is going to stain it right away. But darker colors of ink, reds, purples, they're the worst. But anything like that, I always think it's just the sign of a well-used and loved craft space and craft supplies. Make It Merry card and tag set. It is, and I wish I had the box in here, but I don't. Do I have? Here, I'll show you. I have the box actually set up in the other room for a photo shoot. It's the Christmas kit. So it's going to have this color of stuff in it. It's called Make It Merry. And I'm splitting it into 2 videos because I have 2 distinct things that I'm sharing. But you get tons, and it's very, very fun. Neva said, is anyone else having trouble getting packages from Phoenix, which is Spellbinders? You may give them a call or an email. Let me dip that in some water real quick. You can't. Oh my goodness. Donna says she loves Yana's release. Isn't it fantastic? I did not get Yana's to work with. I have lots of things, but not that. It's so good. And mine will be coming soon, just a FYI. Oh, Abby says, headed home, driving through Kansas. Awesome. So here is my, so you can see, whoops, let's not pull everything. This was the first one we did. Here's the second one. They're pretty similar, right? I'm going to set 1 and 2 aside for a minute, and let's make our Christmas tree. Tammy says, how are the puppies today? They are fantastic. They are actually being super good. They were not right before we went live, but now they are. They're just sleeping. They had their run around. They had breakfast. Masterpiece Jewelers loves the gold. Yay! All right. Oops, nope. So let's go ahead and do the sage for the first layer of the tree. And already you can see this is going to be portrait style. And this one's unique because obviously it has all of these little components are going to make the shape of a tree. And I do think this one maybe ends up being my favorite. I shouldn't have favorites, but I do love it. Oh, me neither, Kathleen. As soon I know the better press plates. My shipment isn't here yet, but as soon as it is, I'm filming a video, so I'm excited. The better press is literally the easiest thing to use. You gotta love that, right? I just feel like there's not a huge learning curve with the, like the glimmer. Oh my gosh. Can we talk about how many sheets of paper I wasted? Let's not talk about that, actually. So bad. So bad. Oh, thank you, Kitty. Yeah, I'm really excited. I actually need to edit those videos so that I'm ready to go. I need to ask when the release date. I think it's September, but I need to confirm that. I shouldn't say. So don't hold me to that in case I'm wrong. These stencils are so fun. And it's great because I feel like you can just sit and craft it up. How cute is this tree already? All right, same thing. Stencil 4 is going to be all of our pretty gold. So, and I do shut this after each time I use it, just simply because it does dry quickly and I don't want it to dry out. And I love this star up at the top of our tree. Oh, yay. Happy Joy Card says first time catching a live. Well, welcome. That's awesome. So this is generally the time I like to ask what everybody's plans are for the weekend. I love hearing what everybody's got going on. I actually have some chores to do. And then I have some fun crafting. Oh, I have some cleaning. I have chores and cleaning. That's not fun. Brenda, it's Limited Liability Corporation. It's a business thing. And there is our Christmas tree. It's so cute. Now, as cute as this is, and honestly, they're cute just like this, there is another layer. Now, if you wanted to do the first layer of red in a lighter color or whatever color that might be, and then you want to layer on, I would skip stencil 4 and I would go ahead and do stencil 5 and then come back. But because I do want to go ahead and use another color of wax, I want to use the berry color. And just to show, I'm not using it, but there is an olive, which is really fun too. So if you wanted to do like stencil 3 in the olive, the layering portion, that would be fun too. I was going to do a sample with that, but I didn't. Cleaning, crafting, stitching, Shaman said. Staying inside to avoid 110 plus degree weather, Crafts, True Crime, and Tracy said. Oh, a huge project, Nabil says she's going to stencil her laundry room wall. Oh, that sounds amazing. Okay, so I'm going to set this guy aside. I want to look and see how our wax is for our first card. Yeah, it's dry. So this is the first one I made. And that wax, and it is very, very thin. You can see it's not like built up at all. That's why I scraped it so thin. So we still get the shine and the texture. But because this one's ready to go, I guess I wouldn't have even had to prep a whole bunch of extra, but that's okay. So what we're going to do, actually, and what we're going to do first is not this background. You could stencil Merry Christmas right in the center, or Joy, or Noel, whatever. But there is a bundle where you can get the stencil set and the coordinating die. And I want to use the die. I'm going to show you the sample here. I have it ready to adhere. This is for the tree. And you can see how it's just going to fit right inside there. I want to add some dimension instead of have everything so flat. So on a separate piece of cardstock, I want to stencil with ink first, and then we're going to take our berry colored paste, and we will go ahead and add that to our background to dry. Let's see. 81 in New York City today, Neva said. Nice. A lot of staying inside. Oh, Lisa's catching her first live with me. That's awesome. Welcome. So I am going to actually take the sage ink here. It's just a little bit lighter green. It's in the same color family that I've been using, which again is more that traditional, but you could definitely go bright. Or maybe you do more in blues, or blues and purples and silver. I mean, wouldn't that be pretty? That would be actually really, really pretty. So there's our first layer of our stencil. And I'm just going to give it a quick wipe. And we'll come back to this guy in 1 second. Let's go ahead and get our berry. So I do that so that I don't have to try to stencil around the paste or have to go clean it right. Oh, there we go. It's pretty self-explanatory that didn't look like that was how it was supposed to go, did it? You want these to line up with the center of your flowers and all of that good stuff. Little berries. That's kind of where a star is. Did I not do my stars correctly? What do you want to bet that I didn't do my stars correctly? We're going to roll with it. It's fine. I bet you I had it upside down. Shari, you should go out and celebrate this weekend. I know. So just like the gold, I am going to go through this. And guys, I can tell already that I messed up that third layer, but I'm rolling with it. It's fine. I think I had my stencil upside down. Now that I really look at it, oops, we're live. We're just gonna make the best of it. But I do want to mention it so that you don't think, wow, that's weird that there's some overlap. Yeah, there shouldn't be. Whoops. That's why they overlap, Laura. Yep. It's because Nichol didn't do it right. It happens. And there's our center. So let me hold this up. I love this so much. Look at that pretty berry color. That kind of squished out a little bit too. I don't love it. But since this background's a little wrong, this one's going to get redone later. But I don't mind it that much. It's just that some of this would get covered up. And that's because I had my stencil flipped wrong. Make sure your number is down in this corner. And I'm sure I didn't. It's in the water, or I would check. So let's show you correctly. Let's show you on our Noel background. And I have one prepped already. This is already completely dry. Masterpiece Jewelers, I'm loving this. Yay, I'm so glad. Okay, so my number, I don't even think you can see it, is right here. Just make sure your number in your stencil is down in that lower left corner, because that's going to ensure or it's in the same place for each layer. See how this lines up so much better? You're not seeing any gold through the openings. Whatever. Oh, you know what? I lie, everybody. We need to do this first, just like I showed you for Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas isn't going to get finished because the more I look at it, the more I can't stand it. I have to fix it later. So we're going to do our Noel with our same Sage Color ink. I have plenty of samples here, so that's okay. But how annoying. I wish I would have messed up the Noel background instead because I have tons of extra. I just thought, oh, the Merry Christmas is just like Noel, so I'll just save that one to do on camera and then mess it up. Oh, yes, did Shari say? I missed it. Yay! Shari has joined the full-time paper crafters. I wish I had a soundboard. I don't think I have the sounds, or we'd have a little celebration sound. She's going to full-time lawn fawn it all the time. Okay, now let's take our berry ink. Already have our gold. And this is one, I do want to say, I probably could have done the one that I just made, but this is one that I made last week, so it is more than enough dry. I would honestly say I would probably give it an hour just to be super safe, but I didn't have any trouble with that last one, so, you know, I wanted to make mention of that in case you're going to do layering paste like I'm doing. For any kind of stencil. Maybe you've got Pink Fresh stencils or Altenew stencils, then you want to try the same technique. You could definitely do that. I think I got some paste on my background. That's okay. I did. That is all right. Okay. Should I even chance it? There is our berry background. Oh, there you can see when I tilt it. Isn't it pretty? I love it. All right, I'm going to set that one aside to dry because I do have a finished one. The magic of video. Yay. So we will set that one just aside for a second. And we're going to do the same thing with our Christmas tree. I am not going to do the sentiment for this one since I have already done it. Oh, you know what? I might. I do want an extra because I wanted to show a couple of things. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. It doesn't take very long. Now I'm going to end up with lots of backgrounds. I am going to have cards. I'm going to have tags. I'm going to have all the things. So let's do that. All right. Good deal. Now let's add our berry colored layering on our tree. So we've got our gold, but now we need to do this last layer. And if I was mass producing these, like when I finish all of the backgrounds off camera, I will go through and make all of my sentiments, and then I will go through and add any of the extra layering that needs to happen, because that will be pretty quick and easy. Oh, that doesn't look lined up that great. There we go. Item shifted a little bit. I think that's too much. And we're just going to add, I almost feel like I'm putting spackle on the wall to fix marks is what I feel like I'm doing. Like filling little nail holes and things like that. Which I find oddly satisfying. I don't know why. I'm probably weird. And there we go. Let me lift this pretty. Isn't that fun? I just love the detail. And I think that wax or paste just adds a great touch. Okay, so here are the finished ones that we're just going to put, that are completely finished. I guess I could have put stuff on all these, but I didn't. That's fine. So what we're going, I should have finished this one. Oh, thank you, Athena, for the super chat. That is so sweet. Uh-oh, Cassie, is everything okay with your fur baby? I missed it. I'm scrolling back. Oh, yes, you're sweet. You're sweet girl. I did know that. Thank you, Cassie. Okay, let's go ahead and get our greetings, and then I'm going to finish one into a card and one into a tag at least. We'll see. So you can see, look how easy it is to line up. We have our light color. I am going to do tone on tone. I'm a big fan of tone on tone. And we are, oh, hold on. What I just said, don't leave these open. I have a fan going too, so I definitely don't want these to dry out. We are going to go ahead and apply our pine. I used sage first. These are the Pawsitively saturated inks from Simon Says Stamp. And then I'm going to apply my darker color, just like so. And look at that. I love it. Let's go ahead and do our other greetings. I got wax on this. Let's do Merry Christmas since I grabbed it first. And I'll just avoid that little wax that was from my palette knife. I didn't clean it a minute ago. And I'm doing all of my greetings exactly the same. You could do these in any color. You could also do something very similar to what we did for the backgrounds, and you could do one of the layers in a paste if you wanted. Oh, so pretty. And let's do Joy. Just like so. Paste is just fun, Terry says. Let's see. Walls spackled like this would be more interesting. Oh gosh, you guys. That's funny. All right. I love stenciling. It makes everyone look, you know, did I forget to do that? No, I didn't. I think on camera I did. Yes, when I was stenciling this tree, I'm so sorry. I stenciled the tree trunk, words are hard, with mocha ink, and I did not stencil it. So I bet my stencil's still out. Let's see. Let's fix it. I cannot believe I just completely, oh, there it is. Not inked or anything. Did I miss? Did you guys tell me and I completely missed it? I would believe it. So the great thing with stencils, still dirty, but we're all good. We can line it right back up. This was the only one I did this on. You could probably do this with other ones if you wanted to mix colors, but I did it all. I just kind of kept them all the same, but I couldn't do the tree trunk in green. It needed to be brown. So there we go. Sorry, I was looking at that thinking, hey, I think I forgot. And I noticed my ink on my table. It's like, I think I forgot to use that. Let's see. I think that's it. All right. Dies. What we're going to do is we're going to die cut everything. I do have a couple of, nope, this one doesn't have the layer on it either. We'll do that one. We have the one we just did though. Thinking to myself, question, do you offset the stencil or is it a separate stencil? It is a separate stencil, Margot. That's a great question. Let me show you. It is Stencils 5 and, nope, I dropped it. Oh, Odin, did I drop the stencil on you? I'm sorry. I was going to show, but I have to find it. Oh, it's in the water. Here. Hold, please, while I grab it out of the water to show. I don't want it to drip on my project, so we'll just use this. Stencils 5 and 6 in each set are going to look like this. So stencil 5 is the first layer of the word. Stencil 6 is going to be the shadow layer. I hope that makes sense. So stencil 5 is the one I used with the berry paste for each background. All right. It does look good on craft. Craft is magic. Cheryl says, do you like crafting on craft better than white? No, not necessarily. I like both. Just sometimes I'm in a craft mood, and I was in a crafty mood. But I think the results would be absolutely stunning in white. They're going to pop a little bit more and maybe have a little bit less of that rustic feel, I guess, if you will. Let's just put all the stencils in the water now, shall we? I am going to run these through my die cut machine. I'm not going to move my die cut machine because I have my big girl up here and I don't want to. She's heavy. Look at that. How awesome is that? And you can see, so if you stencil directly on the background, how it just fits right into that space. Easy peasy. Could not love it more. We're going to do the other ones. Shari says she likes the rustic feel. Thank you. Oh, great. Tammy says she's been inspired to use craft cardstock more. I love that. Here's what joy looks like. Keep in mind, Merry Christmas is going to be wrong because Nicole did not do her stencils correctly. Oops. Oh, I'll fix it and re-photograph it. It's fine. Or I guess I haven't photographed it yet, but I'll photograph it correctly. How about that? And here's our Merry Christmas on the incorrect background because I just can't. This is the background. I messed it up. It fits in here. Honestly, it's not that bad. We're just covering up some of the gold. I'll probably keep it because it isn't like it's super terrible, but I just want to do it correct for photographing. So here's what Merry Christmas looks like. I'm not finishing that one though. We're going to finish these two. And I think this is the one I added paste to this morning. We're going to make this one the card so that I don't have to die cut it. This one has been dry for a while. I wanted to show this idea. Make sure your paste is completely dry. In the supplies, I put one of my favorite die sets. This is actually a Mama Elephant die set. You just need a big wide tag, pardon me. Something that is almost A2 sized. I know there's lots of different sets out there. This is just the first one that came to my mind. Or you could make your own tag. But I want to die cut this and turn it into a tag. Wouldn't this be, I think that would be a really fun big gift tag. So I am going to run this one over to my die cut machine. Yep. I think I'm going to tape it twice because if I mess it up, I'll be so sad. Not wrong, just different. Yes. I took some creative license with that one. Oh, yeah. For sure, a text background first would be great. I almost did that, but then I thought, you guys are probably sick of seeing me and my text backgrounds. Okay. So here, if you want to turn these into fun tags, look at that. Oh, isn't that cute? So what I would do then, I would take my hole reinforcer. I don't even know if I would for this one because I don't really want to cover the star. I think I'll just punch a star, or punch a hole in the middle of the star for this one so we don't completely lose that detail. And I'll do that right now if I can find my hole punch. No, that's not a hole punch. Oh, there is this. Oh, I had to buy a new one. Yeah, I forgot. My old pink one died. I don't think I've used this one yet, and I bought it months ago. That's awesome. And then we have a tag, just like that. I would probably die cut another one for the back, and you can stamp your to from or whatever you want to on there. I have another Joy that already has foam on it. I like the little dimension. We'll probably add some little pearls and things. Oh, great. Have a great weekend, Neva. Hello, Donna. Sounds good, Linda. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, I know. Shari, my hole punch broke. It just wouldn't, you could hear everything loose inside of it. I was like, what is this madness? I've had this forever. All right, let's go ahead and then this is the cards. Now, I do have one last thing I was wanting to do. This is the Make It Merry, and it's a glitter plate and die banner. Because you know, when I have a big greeting, I like to add a small greeting. So we're going to glimmer a couple of these, and I'm going to, while I put these greetings on our cards, I'm going to get that heating up. Thank you, Mindy. Hugs all around, Donna. Yes. We'll just get this all warmed up. And I have so many backgrounds. I made bunches because I was on a roll. So while that's heating up, we are going to put some foam on the back of our other greetings. And I'm just using some small foam squares. If you wanted, you could like use the sheets of foam and die cut the foam. That's probably easier. I tend to like to do things the hard way, always. Oh, yay, I'm so glad you like it. Crafts and True Crime Tracy, I love just saying your name. The stencils, Cheryl, are by Spellbinders. And everything I'm using is linked down in the description below the video. If I've missed anything, let me know. I know I got the stencils. But if I've missed something, you guys can let me know. Oh, Barbara says correction. Tim's live is August 12th. Oh, August 12th is dies. And August 19th, hello, I can't talk, is ideology. Barbara, thank you for checking. That's so sweet of you. Oh, that's so fun. Jessica says that her younger brother's name is, it works for Christmas, yes. Ha, they're your two passions, true crimes. Or Crafts and True Crime, Tracy said. Yep, so what are you listening to right now or watching? Since we know you said it's your two passions, anything good? Anything I haven't listened to? I'm sure there is. I'm always looking for something new. I just love a little pop-up. Don't you guys? Foam adhesive for life. Holly says I always do things the hard way. You know, once I start adding all these little squares, I'm like, I think there was probably an easier way, but I'm too far in now. That's how I always am. In my mind, I'm not thinking about it until I get to it, and then I'm like, wow, you made this so hard. Or time-consuming, or any of that good stuff. But that's okay. I do love my foam. Oh, yay, Lucia. Yes, definitely catch the replay. We're probably going to go a little over today because I played around with all of them. How can you not? They're all so pretty. Even if you stencil wrong. Oh, I don't know that one, Kim. I'll have to catch that one. Yeah, Kim wants, if you know of any good true crime, Kim wants you to share in the chat. Me too. I'll have to go back and look later and make a list. Oh, thank you, Karina. Sometimes simple is all that is needed. I really tried to go with kind of elegant for these instead of cutesy. I love both. You guys know that. I do both. But sometimes I just really want... Did I get all of them? I really want it to just be elegant. And in these cards and tag, instead of having to add like a lot of pearls or anything like that, the paste is the magic. I think you could still maybe add like some pearls or things if you wanted to, but that little subtle shimmer is just so pretty. All right, this is probably close to being warm. I want to, let's glimmer all of them at one time. So we have It's the Season, Jingle All the Way, and Make It Merry. I don't know about you guys, but I always love a little glimmer. Let's move a couple things so that I can fit this in camera. Apparently I have too much stuff on my desk. Crime junkie. Oh my goodness. Little Lane Crafts with Rachel says, you'll never guess what I did. I left my Hero Arts paste open for 2 days after the stamp along last weekend, and it's absolutely fine. She says sometimes tidying up is worth it. Raise your hand if you have crafted, like, I don't know, for me it's usually like on a Friday, and then you leave your stencil, like it's almost always a stencil. You leave your stencil, you walk away, and you come back Monday or a couple days later, and you're like, what did I do? I cannot tell you the number of stencils that I have done that with, sometimes with paste. So mad at myself. I'm like, girl, what are you even doing? And Barbara, thank you again so much for looking that up for everybody. I do like pop-ups, Cheryl, for sure. I'm going to take some gold foil. That should be good. I think I've left enough room to die cut these. Oh gosh, Nicole. I'm going to use hammer. Oh no, I don't really want white on this, do I? No, I don't. I for sure don't. We're going to foil on craft today. Now, hammer mill's my go-to for foiling. So, if this goes wrong, I'm going to do it again. That's my motto. Let's let that get ready to go. Oh, she lives in Scotland, so it is a cooler, damper environment. I'm going to say for anyone who has lots of heat, things aren't going to go well when you go to look at your paste. Yes, a cooler environment. She probably was just fine, but that's hilarious. I'm so glad you shared that. That's funny. It happens. Putting on dimensionals is therapeutic, Letty says. For sure. All right. Have I missed anybody's questions while I'm waiting for this to heat up? Or anything that I have missed? Donna says she's hooked on using craft cardstock and it's a welcome change. It is. I think for me, that's all it is. I love my white. I'm never going to stop crafting on white and go completely on craft, but it is a nice change and it gives you a completely different look. And sometimes that's all you're looking for, is just something a little bit different. Oh, yes. Take poor Scout out, Shari. If she's crying, that's not good. All right. We love our fur babies around here, so we understand. Mine are both just passed out on the floor, which is better than what they do. If I'm live in the evening and you're here, you know this. Oh gosh, they shifted. Well, we'll see if we can make it work. You guys, there is something about Spellbinders foil plates that is magical. I can foil them on anything. Okay. We're going to die cut these now. And I think I'm going to be very happy I went with craft rather than white. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that I normally foil on hammer mill. Oh, yes, Carolyn. I love that. She said that she foiled on Lawn Fawn Vellum. Yes, yes. Oh, my gosh. Oh, look at that. And I think we can just add them to our cards, and it's going to be so cute. Let's see if we can see if I can get these other two. It shifted a little bit, but I think I can make it work. If not, we can foil it again. I left it on just in case. Well, that's awesome that it wasn't dried out. I'm so glad that your paste wasn't dried out. And did you enjoy the mixed media stamp along? It was super fun. I still haven't posted my pages. They're sitting right here. I made pages from, I did Mindy's. Mindy, are you still here? I'll show it while I'm fiddle farting around. I did a couple. I finished a couple, but I haven't finished all of them. Uh-oh. This was mine for my class that I taught. It goes in an accordion art journal. This was my, from Mindy's class for Hero Arts. I changed a couple things. I didn't have this. Oh, I think I had the rub-ons, but I love the butterflies, so I use butterflies. This was from Jessica's class. This was Shannon's class. I basically followed Shannon's perfectly, but I feel like I want to do something different to the letters. And then I started Lydia's, but I haven't finished. And I'm just not as crazy as Lydia. So I need to get those posted, don't I? Finished and whatever. Fiddle farting. Did I say that again? I said it the other night and somebody laughed at me. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I opened my mouth. My mom came out because that is my mom. Stop fiddle farting around. Can't tell you how many times I've heard that. Sometimes it's fun to just play. The mixed media stamp along was fantastic for just playing with things and learning new techniques. And then for mine, I did show this, and I'll post it here on social soon. I took my page while we're just messing around. So here's my page for the art journal, and I translated that into a card. So you can take pretty much everything that we did from that and make cards. I'm just going to set this aside so that after the live's done, I can foil some more and finish off all of these. But I am loving a little banner action, I think, somewhere on these. So let's see. What did I do with my foam? Oh, yay! Alyssa says new subscriber. She subscribed 5 minutes ago. So now she gets to chat. I'm so glad. Welcome. Roxanne says laughing with thank you. Thank you for not laughing at me, but that's okay if you are. Not sometimes. I bet you guys I laugh at myself every day. Sometimes I just do the dumbest things or say the dumbest things. You know how it is. Oh my goodness. I love these banners. Love, love, love these banners. Oh, Kim says the Hero Arts Gold Wax is not sold out on their website. Kim, that's good to know. Thank you for looking. Oh, Cassie, thank you, my friend. I think I put foam right under there. I just don't want to cover up too much of our greeting, and I just love it like that. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I get super excited with my own crafting. We all should, right? Barbara said, I wasn't laughing at you. It made me remember my grandma. Well, that's good. You know, sometimes you just find yourself saying those things that you heard as a kid. Like, I thought to myself the other day when I said it, and then obviously I said it again. Have I even used that phrase in the last 10 years? It's so funny. Why is my glue clogged? Oh, no, it's not. I'm not going to put foam on this one, though, because, well, I guess I should have put one. Hold, please. Hold, 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 please. This is going to hang off the end. Just depends on placement. I don't want to put too much foam. Ugh. It's not going to stick where that glue is. Darn it. There we go. Just want it all to be... I want our stenciled word to be legible, so I just don't want to cover up too much of it. Just like that. Now, I will say, I feel like this card needs something, or I need to trim it down, because there's just a lot of white space. I do not feel the same way about these backgrounds, because these backgrounds take up more of the area. So when I go to put it on a card base, like obviously the tag, the tree looks super cute as a tag. Oh, and I did want to show, if you want to turn any of these other backgrounds into tags, you can very easily. It may cut off a little bit, but wouldn't it be cute? Because that would be like the Noel. This also would make a darling tag. It just is, you know, the greeting is sideways. So I'm probably going to do both and show a photo both ways. But for this card, to me, I feel like we need to trim a little bit off of the edges. Oh, Judy, you're so sweet. Thank you. You made my day. Thank you. So let's just trim it to 4 by 5 1/4. And that's going to leave a nice white border all the way around. the edge, and that I don't mind. And you could do that for the other ones too. Once we look at this one, if we think the others need to be trimmed down, we could totally do that. But see how trimming that up, just to me, there's a lot less surface space. So then when we take our card base, don't look at my bone folder. I know it's got some sad issues. To me, that looks so good. Oh my goodness. Yes, very, very happy with that. Let me grab some adhesive. Oh, don't look at my tape runner. The tape runner saga continues. I was having such good luck with this, and then maybe it's just this refill. You know how I feel like this happened even on the tape runner I used to love, my glue glider one. Every once in a while I had a refill that was not smart. I almost feel like I should do this on the other background too. I like it matted like that. What do we all think? Oh, you guys, you're making my day. Thank you. So let's just trim this one down too. I think I like it. I think I like that little bit of matting. I think it elevates it just a little bit, especially because almost everything is going on the background. I'm just cutting about 1/8 of an inch off of each side so that it remains fairly even. Just like so. Oh, I don't have a white card base. Oh, I'm out. I thought I ordered some. Okay, pretend that this is a side fold. I'll have to make one here in a minute. I like that. Yes. So I just trimmed down the finished size. And again, that's just to pretend. I need to make a side fold. Now, for our tag, let's just add a little twine. Not in that drawer. I personally think, okay, so that's some gold sparkle from Hero Art. Lawn Fawn. Ooh, what do we think? Green? I think green. You guys tell me, should we do green or gold? I think the green is just a little showier. I'm going to do green. I know I asked, but then I made the executive decision that we're doing green. When I finish this, I'm going to put another tag on the back. I just don't want to die cut it. On camera, we've run over a little bit. I do try to keep it at an hour. Sometimes it's a little more, depending on how much playtime I'm doing. You could add some little jingle bells if you wanted to. I'll dress it up. Yeah, green, green, green. Everyone says yes, for sure. I'm going to make several of these. There'll be a sample in each design in the finished photo and in the blog post that goes up later. Thank you guys for voting. So here are our cards. And again, I'm just going to redo the background for this poor little guy. I've got lots. Look at all the backgrounds. And everything is dry that we added paste to earlier. So I can make tons and tons of cards. This is one of those projects that's going to be perfect for mass producing. All right, I'm going to flip my camera. And I'm going to take my double photos off. Did I miss anybody's questions while I was doing all the things? I know sometimes I do. I told Ethan he needs to moderate for me, and he's still asleep. Oh, to be 17. Shimon says, oh, we are so heartbroken you are running long with a laughing face. Thank you. Okay, everyone. Well, I think that is it for today. Look for my blog post and finished photos to come a little later this afternoon. Let's see. Thank you, Barbara, for letting Jessica know. Yes, the tag is from Mama Elephant, and it is called, this is the set. It's going to have more than just the tag in it. It's my favorite. I use it all the time. Let me flip my camera back around. It is called Large Tag Window, and it has a smaller tag. You can make windows. You can add a little roof to this. It doesn't have to be a tag. It could be like a little house. It's awesome. I really, really love it. Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. Oh, Allison, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Oh, Liz, I'm so glad you got your birthday card. That is awesome. Donna, when is my collection coming out? I forgot to ask. It's either it's not August. I know what the August release is. September or October. It is Christmas. I think it's September. I will find out today and I will post. And I know you're on Patreon, so I'll post there first. Let you know. But I will ask because I don't know. I don't think it's on the coming soon yet. I'll have to check, but I'll ask them. She'll get right back to me. I'm super excited. I need to edit those videos, and then I have a few other things I want to make. I have a whole bunch of stuff already made and filmed, but I want to do some more. Next week, so if you joined late, next week is going to be Spellbinders Wax Seals Live. I will have an edited video that will come out earlier that morning with a blog hop because Simon Says Stamp's newest release drops next Thursday. So I'll have a video Thursday and Friday of next week. It's a really good release. Like, I love so much in the release. So really, really excited about that. But our live is going to be Spellbinders Wax Seals in a Christmas way. We're going to keep with our Christmas in July theme. I'm going to do the wax seals in real time. I'm going to show you, I have a couple of fun ideas planned. And if you guys want to see certain things, let me know. Drop me a comment and let me know if there's something that you definitely want to see when I do the wax seals, and I will try to include that in the video. I think that's it for today, everybody. Thank you for spending some time with me. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.